Wow, people. This is a stream that we're gonna do about Choo Charles, and we can. I will go over my head canon for him. Um, we. I do have the game installed, so we'll do a little bit of that. Uh, I see you, Plush. Just give me a sec. Um, and yeah, we'll look at some different types of stuff. I have a trans model of a head cannon for him, and well, anything we can do on him, go into some history of him, and yeah, you get the idea. We'll do some history, some headcanon stuff, and gameplay. The whole 9 yards. And we'll have one of my best friends to join us. Plush.
I'm gonna go get a cookie.
You do that. Hey Rex. How is your day going, buddy? That's good. That's good. Ah, nice.
My fat ass brother ate all the cookies.
Huh?
My brother ate all the cookies, so I hit him with
Oh.
so I hit him with the frying pan.
Nice. Cool.
Oh fuck!
All right. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, it's another friend.
Hello.
Hey, what?
Crap, my bad. Hit the wrong button. Instantly hit
You kicked me out. Hey,
I hit my space bar. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I kind of hope Charles goes for you.
I didn't mean it.
Sure. Yeah, okay. I know you mean it. I know you didn't mean it. It's fine. Wait, what's Toontown Fellowship? Oh.
How's your day going?
What?
I'm talking to the chat. Shut up.
Oh. I was just looking at my password.
That's good. Like I always say, it's good to be good, not bad.
I hate my ingrown teeth.
What?
Huh?
I'm sorry, Plush, what?
Yeah.
Why?
My
Do I even
molars
wanna know
are
at this
starting to
point?
come in. My molars are starting to come in it, and it hurts.
Oh yeah, that's puberty for you, bud.
God damn it.
Silver, don't say that. That's very mean.
I don't want to start fucking masturbating.
Whoa! That's a lot of violence, I think.
Okay, so there's some people on here that have, on YouTube here, some people have made some stories of Charles, and
yeah. I didn't like. What do you mean?
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this like right here, right now. Why does Charles's face look like the textbook definition of gingivitis?
I don't know how to answer that actually.
Oh shoot! Shooting Star Jordan. Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Okay, so on like the TSI narrated models, Why is there not a cabless Carlois?
Because Sudrian Rails is a poopy head. That's why.
No, but like if they if Sudrian Rail somehow finds this video, no, you're not.
Choo Choo Charles is Tongus the train engine.
Okay, but if they spent so much time making a cabless version for Aeneas, couldn't they have done it for Scarlet as well?
Bro, look down. Choo Choo Charles sad origin story cartoon animation.
Like, I understand I probably should not be overthinking this very simple thing that they just didn't make a version of this.
No, bitch got a gun.
Wait, what?
What is?
What? Ew.
Look, bitch got a gun.
Oh, I've actually seen the Game Twins video. Basically, he gets mauled like a spider. And then
whoa. Okay, so Charles, what is Charles?
Okay, basically Charles is the demonic beast that takes over the train.
So he's shape shifting into a train. Is that basically?
No. I like to think it's some like weird spider creature fused with the train.
Okay, so I imagine this. So there was this redneck, right?
Oh no, we're not going.
No, what? No.
We're not going down that road.
Ew!
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no. This is what Charles looks like.
Yeah,
He no. You know what he looks like? He looks like me.
What?
Yes. He looks like me.
I'm trying.
Also, there's another form of Charles. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but
What do you mean?
it's called.
Oh yeah,
Charles.
that thing. Yo, I'm waiting for depths on my TSI Thomas to load.
Say hello to Hell Charles.
I
can shoot him with an RPG.
Please do.
I could shoot him with an RPG in like 1 second.
Please do. Nobody would care.
I would.
I wouldn't.
Wait, what do you mean you wouldn't care for the death of Charles, or you wouldn't care that I killed him? I was the hero that killed him.
I wouldn't care for the death.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we do? Like, do we do the story explained or the cartoon animation? What do you want to do?
Scroll up. Wait, no, scroll up. Scroll up. Do the what is Choo Choo Charles?
All right.
Do that. No, shut the fuck up, boy. I do not care about no Kanata.
I'm right here, you know.
If you're watching this video, chances are that you've probably heard or have watched videos on the Choo Choo Charles game. Maybe you've asked yourself the question, what is that? What even is that? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain the lore contained within the game, as well as explain...
How does he know the lore?
Also, here's my little theory of Charles. Originally, he was just a freelance mining engine, and pretty much like a new engine came to work, and they just didn't pay attention to him. So he left one day. Something bad happened to him. He got too mad to the point where
I don't like to think he was sentient before this all happened.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, see, that's why in my head canon he was nice, but then something.
No, I know. No, I mean the engine. No, I mean Silver. I mean I don't like the fact that the engines are sentient.
All right, so what class of Charles?
Like what
class resembles?
I like the idea. I like the idea that Charles was just an engine before this all happened, and then he became sentient because.
I like to think that I think I figured out Charles is like one of those like boiler and like those fuel tank engines, like one of those like boiler engines. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like the fireless engine.
Yeah, like the fireless. Yeah.
Yeah, that one like
sentient
Richard Jordan
before.
story or whatever.
He wasn't sentient before, but like what? Okay, so let me try to think of something off the top of my head here. So he was like, so his driver, the driver, quote unquote Charles, he ran out of his the driver, Charles ran out of fuel, right? at like a crossing of some sort, and like right next to the crossing, it was like a cult and shit. And then so like the cult and like they were like talking about hell and shit, and then like they said let the spirits free, but then one of the spirits went into quote unquote Charles, and yeah, his driver got eaten. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ow. Elbow.
Yeah, and the spirit didn't even go free. The spirit did not even go free.
Also, it says here that Charles is Unreal Engine number 4. Apparently, there was 3
that's
others.
Literally just the
No.
game engine.
Silver, that's the game engine.
That's
Wait,
the
what?
game, and that's
That's the engine the game was built on.
What type of engine is
Just search up
No,
a
that's like
plastic
saying
train.
no, that's like saying Lethal Company was built using the Unity engine.
Well done.
Like that's what they. Most like okay, listen. Very likely Charles is just a freelance.
Bro, look to the left. You know what? Scroll up. Look to the left. What the fuck is that?
Oh my gosh.
Why do people use George the Red? Why do people do Thomas Recolors? Oh my god, I hate.
Bro, it's literally just okay. I'm not gonna lie, George Renton, if you're watching this, dude, like, be better.
Yeah. Be
Wait,
Get a job. Get a job.
Just be clear, this is the guy who made like Red Panda Express, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like get a life, man.
Go outside. Go outside. Breathe air.
You know, this here, I actually like this.
What? Okay, yeah. I can see that.
But also, look at this though. That looks like Charles, does it not?
No. I mean,
oh hey, somebody has him as an austerity. Somebody has him.
I don't like the idea of him being a tender engine. I just don't.
Okay, then.
Wait,
what
look
about
to the
this?
left. Look to the left. Hang on.
Yeah, him be. Okay, that works. That's fine.
Yeah, that works. That works. Oh look, guys, it's Charlie Choo Choo. To the left. The left. Look.
And we're right there.
Charlie Choo Choo. What?
Look to the upper left. Upper left.
Oh, this?
Yeah, that was in a Dano video. He made a Thomas reference.
Ah, wonderful.
Bro, so Sodor Fallout Oliver versus Choo Choo Charles.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
yes.
my god.
Yes. My creatures.
You know what's funny? Jason Sheeran actually pulled that off.
Yeah, I know.
Who's Jason Sheeran? Who's that?
You don't want to know. You do not want to know.
I want to know.
He's the person responsible for Thomas in the Multiverse 1 and 2.
Okay, basically plush. You know, like any generic Sodor Fallout stereotype or any generic Thomas crossover with any other franchise stereotype.
Yeah.
It's that.
Is it like fucking? I hate when people like cross over Thomas with
like
SpongeBob is like Loud House, Family Guy.
SpongeBob's in that like SpongeBob's in that universe. Or something like some of the Ice Age characters in that universe.
Ice Age. That's fucking crazy.
Theodore Tugboat is there.
Before trains were even a thing.
Theodore Tugboat's in there. Choo Choo Charles appears and he kills all of them.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, you get my point. It's like, yeah, it's very weird.
My throat already hurts.
Choo Choo Charles he sends Boko flying into a tanker and then Boko dies. I'm kidding. I'm kidding about the Boko part.
This dude. He's responsible for this.
Yes, this guy. It's this guy.
Okay. Oh, I know him. I know. He has like the Bitmoji profile or something.
Yeah, but and all his repaints are like the generic like promo images, and you can see it too.
Yeah.
T-Rex. Okay, what?
Yeah, this was his most viewed video.
Bro,
I think before. And then he also does like error videos.
Yeah, he did like tons of Thomas errors and all of those other stuff.
I remember him all the one.
Yeah, look, here it is right here. The Beast.
There. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, let's watch this one. Let's watch. Yeah, let's go plush.
No! No! No!
Grammarly, my favorite ad.
Bitch, you're so ugly as the fucker. I don't care.
Watching the video now.
No!
Very early one morning, Percy was just finishing up his mail run. He was very tired and could not wait for a
these
rest
are all
in this
TikToks.
nice warm shed.
Yeah.
Suddenly, he heard something in the distance. Driver, did you hear that noise? I sure did, Percy, and it didn't sound like anything I've ever heard before. Then they heard the sound again, this time louder. Driver, I'm frightened. It's probably just
No
a
kidding.
wolf. They tend
He's like
night.
driver.
Suddenly,
I'm
a
frightened.
terrified Bertie the bus raced past Percy. Run for your life! There's an engine with legs coming this way!
There's an engine who didn't skip leg day, and he's coming this way.
I will make that in train. It's like, run for your life. There's an engine with legs coming this way.
Run! He sounds like Zug. No, he's literally. That's literally.
Wait, so replay that scene.
Run for your life! There's an engine with legs coming this way!
Run for your life!
That's just Zug. That's Zug right there. That's
run for your life! There's an engine with legs. No,
run for your life!
There's
a Zug with legs,
no,
and he's coming this way.
It's modern day Halloween. I cannot.
It is.
Dude,
an engine with legs, but engines don't have legs.
Yeah, no
he
shit.
just comes up.
Then out of the trees, racing towards Percy was an unmistakable
he just, jumps
face.
out of the bushes, just lands right in front of
my
Percy.
bumpers! It's Charles!
What?
Percy raced away as
know
fast
him?
as he could.
Because there was a video. There was a video before this.
Oh yeah.
No, let me say something. Can I say something real quick, dude? This is. Bro, imagine you're his mother and he's doing this at 12 in the morning and you walk downstairs and he's like, Jason, why the fuck are you yelling at a Thomas the Train picture? Views.
Also, Jason, if you're watching this, don't listen to what they say. I still respect you.
No, listen to us. Listen. Ah!
I mean, it's fine if you don't want to. I don't mind.
Okay, I'll be nice.
Flush will care a whole lot since he cares about you.
I thought that monster was gone forever!
Wait, what did he say?
I thought the monster was gone forever.
I thought the monster was gone forever!
Oh, I thought that bastard was gone forever.
Oh, I heard monster.
Meanwhile, back at the sheds,
They're all just vibing.
There is.
They were soon
Also, all of these images are Google images.
They are though, and you can literally see the tab of him looking them up.
woken up by Percy's whistle. That sounded like Percy. Something must be wrong.
You think?
Sure enough, a terrified Percy was racing towards the shed. Oh my God, Percy, what happened? It's Charles. He's still alive and he's gonna kill us all. What are you on about, Percy? Edward and Henry threw Charles in the river. You don't understand, Gordon.
Edward and Henry threw Charles into the river.
They just had hands and they just went. They just spawn hands. Also, can I share my screen
after this video?
It really was him. Percy, I saw what happened. Charles was thrown in the river. Thomas is right, and even if he did survive, he's probably far into the ocean by now. Why doesn't anyone believe me? Then the engines heard a roar in the distance. And sure enough, Charles came rushing towards them. Impossible! We already dealt with him! All the engines quickly hid inside of their sheds, and the monster began to destroy the sheds trying to get to the engines.
Did you really think a little bit of water would do me in?
When he broke in, he stared right at her.
You know, that's actually funny. How did the water not kill him? Because don't water and spiders don't mix. Like spiders can't swim in water. Although I found out the hard way while I was playing Choo Charles yesterday, and he killed me on the island.
Percy. The little green engine was terrified and thought he was done for. Just as the monster was about to put an end to the engines, he was shoved to the side by what seemed like another spider-legged engine. At first, the engines were confused. Then Thomas recognized the engine. Guys, that's Oliver! And sure enough, Oliver the Beast was clashing.
Fucking Sodor Fallout, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, because the Solar Fallout also
Charles.
happened in this universe.
At
Really
first,
weird.
it seemed like the two were evenly matched, but eventually Charles overpowered Oliver. Charles is gonna kill Oliver if we don't do something.
Charles is
what
gonna
do we
kill
do?
Oliver if we don't do something. Shut the fuck up.
Then he had an idea. Everyone, blow your whistles. Are you
No.
daft? What is blowing our whistles going to do?
Your mom.
Just trust me. Well, you heard the tank engine. Everyone blow your whistles.
No.
And the engines began to blow their whistles as loud as they could. Sure enough, the whistling seemed to distract Charles, long enough for Oliver to recover and continue the fight. The engines continued to fight, but Charles did not relent. Well, Thomas, any more bright ideas? I've got a few. Yeah. Thomas thought and
I've got
thought
a few,
and
yeah, because that's
thought.
proper English.
I've got it. Gordon, Henry, go to the nearest cliff and tie your ropes together. I will then lure Charles to the cliff and get rid of him for good. By that point, Charles had crippled Oliver. Hey, Ugly, come and get me. The monster quickly turned his attention towards Thomas and chased after him. Thomas lured Charles to the cliff where Gordon and Henry were. Gordon,
Somebody should have done an animation of this just to make it better.
Oh god, my train is running away! My train is running
Henry,
away!
now! The two engines wasted no time pulling their ropes. And sure enough, Charles tripped over the rope and was about to fall off the cliff. But he caught a hold of the cliff and managed to pull himself back up. Great, now what do we do? But before Thomas could answer, Oliver used the remaining strength he had to push Charles off the cliff. And the monstrous train finally fell to his death. Oliver let out a loud victory roar before collapsing to the ground. He was too weak to stand. We need to get Oliver to the steamworks, and fast. Gordon and Henry hauled an unconscious Oliver to the steamworks, and he was in there for a very long time. A few weeks have gone by, and the engines were worried about their friend. Thomas, do you think Oliver will be okay? And if so, will Oliver ever be the same again? Well, why don't you ask him yourself, said a voice. Oliver, you're all right. Not only that, but I am now permanently cured. That's great to hear. It's so good to have you back, Oliver. It's great to be back, Percy. But I wonder how Duck is going to react to my return. Well, I'm sure Duck will be very happy to see you, Oliver. In fact, I'll take you to go see him. What a jolly good idea, Thomas. Let's go.
I was playing Rolling the Line through that whole thing.
Seriously?
Yes!
Wait,
Hey
what
guys,
were you-
it's Jason here.
Wait, what were
Before
you
you
playing?
click off the video,
I was playing
Let me show you
Rolling
today.
the Line throughout the whole thing.
Wait, you're rolling line?
Yes! I bought it today.
Wait, you can play that game without VR?
Yeah.
Is it decent without VR or no?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. I've heard some people say it's kind of difficult without VR.
Yeah.
Oh, great. And my computer is just frozen. Yippee. Oh, there we go.
Okay, I suppose. Okay, before I do anything, before we get to the main game here, I'm gonna show my since this is a Charles thing being streamed. Wait, is anyone else? No.
Sorry,
Okay.
I had to go use the bathroom.
Okay.
Are you mad? Are you seriously just mad at me just because I was playing Rolling Line through the whole thing?
No. No.
Then why were you mad, sir? Huh?
That would be a stupid reason.
Huh? You're a poopy head.
That
You
would
know
be
what?
no.
You're
Listen, that would be a stupid reason to get mad. I'm not mad. That would be one of the most stupidest reasons to be mad.
Okay. Okay.
And in terms of silver, that's definitely a stupid thing to get mad at.
Shut up.
No.
I'm gonna go soon. I've been on my computer like all day. Oh, hello, sir. Oh, hello, sire.
Okay, Rob.
Hi, Rob. Hey, Rob. Silver has me stuck here. I can't leave.
Rob, if
That
you
is a
don't
lie,
know-
and you know it.
Shut.
No.
No, you've been holding on all over this captain, you poopy head.
No.
Yeah.
You're stinky.
You guys willingly joined. You guys didn't have to.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
You told me you would leave the site if I didn't come here.
No, I didn't.
Lies.
Okay, where's your proof?
Alright,
Exactly.
Okay.
Both of you are poopy heads.
what?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah.
I'm offended. Has anybody had that Google Drive of Ashford Works content?
I can't believe how much I hate everything.
Why?
Hi, Dan. I don't care who the IRS sends. I am not paying my taxes.
I need to find that link of Ashford Works content. I'm being honest though, I seriously need to find that. Oh shoot, they added Wilbur in here. And Rosie.
Dun, 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 dun,
I know I never get on the phone now.
You good, bro?
No, I have stage 3 glaucoma.
What is that? What?
It's basically like my dad. It doesn't exist.
Ouch.
Okay. Okay, I'm good now. I'm not laughing at that. That'd be very dumb. Hey, you laugh. That's a chuckle.
Chuckle doesn't count.
Chuckle not.
There we go.
D-Rub, you know what the funny thing is?
Huh.
We didn't play Roblox like all day today.
Okay.
No, you don't count, do you? When? Silver. Senor? Senor.
Hey, Silver. Do you have that link of Ashford Works content?
Silver? I think he disconnected.
Did he actually disconnect? I can't check. I'm looking for stuff right now.
No, he's still sharing a screen.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he's not answering us. He's being a poopy head. Being, yeah.
Hey, Silver.
Oh, he left.
Oh.
Yeah, he disconnected.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess this is our stream now.
Yeah, so all of you are poopy heads, by the way. Yeah.
Well, stream's over.
Yeah.
I think we can just leave and hopefully the stream will just end.
Oh, there he is. Here he is.
Oh, dang it, Silver. You were going to end the stream.
Okay, Silver, you created this whole entire stream for Choo Choo Charles.
And we've only looked at like a single
Yeah, I
video.
know.
Please,
Hey,
I want to watch
hey.
you push yourself while playing
Hey,
Choo Choo
Silver.
Charles.
Hey, Silver. Do you have the Hill Track archive?
Guys, it's a rod engine. Guys, it's an ROD.
It's his AU for Choo Charles.
Wait, what? Actually? Oh.
Yes.
Wait, this is your AU for Charles.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, Silver.
Yeah.
Do you have like the Hill Tracks stuff? Senate Hill Tracks. Do you have like the Astrid Works drive? Cause I can't find it.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Flip. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to go to Oliver.
Yeah, no, I don't have it.
Silver. Welcome to the house. Jackal.
Can these assets not
Oh,
save
okay,
at
I'm back.
2,000
Hi.
hours?
You want to play the little tiles now, sir?
Yeah, just give me a sec.
We've given you 5.
And there we go. Move that.
One.
I'm gonna close the train.
Time's up.
I don't know if it's gonna crash my game. I hope it doesn't.
Oh no, it crashed.
Big whoop.
Kabul.
Sabine, bitches.
I hope it doesn't crash because that's the last thing I want.
Oh no, stream's over. Okay, bye everybody.
Oh no.
Red Robin.
Come on. Oh. Okay, we might be on something here.
No!
Come on, Charlie,
the
work!
The link for Hornby Edward on Soda Workshops doesn't work anymore.
No!
I can't experience Hornby Edward.
Well, stop it!
How did we weirdly sync that so well? Flush, I think we're naturals.
Okay. Let's see. I hope this works.
Round.
Wait, you lip sync to that?
No, I was also singing at the same time. I think we did very well.
Yes.
We tried our best and we did very well, I'd say. Oh no, Percy, you gotta run. It's Choo Choo Chimmels.
Shoot.
Alright, I think I got it. I hope it. Okay.
He's going to take out the entire population.
Womp womp. Loser.
Run, perp. Run. So things look better when you're back again for more.
Your whole existence seems fucking hopeless. You're feeling guilty as ain't I more better too. Can't face the world sober and open. You've lost weight.
Let me just say you're correct.
You're a loser, baby, you're a loser.
Okay, don't be here.
Fucked up little whiny bitch. You're
Punch me.
a screw.
You're a power bomb that rock bottom.
Guys, I gotta go.
Okay, bye, Flush.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
Okay, well, I'm going to do stuff.
So you're not gonna be here?
No, I'm joking. Kind of. A little. A teensy
Bruh.
little bit. What?
Really, bro?
What?
Never mind.
Yippee!
Oh, no, can you not get inside of the engine? Aw, you can't get inside the scrap engine.
Oh wow, maybe it's because it's a scrap engine that you're not meant to enter, you know?
It would be cool to get into it, though. Would it not?
Well, guess what? You can't.
Well, guess what? No! Whatever.
Oh no, you did it wrong. Ugh.
Okay, this is the one part I hate. Shit. Okay, one. Now. Oh, I have to get this in the right spot. Oh, come on.
If I hear Silver just get mad the entire time, it's actually kind of funny.
Shut up!
No.
One. No.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I can enjoy a good laugh. Aw.
No! I swear if Charles comes up from behind me, I'm gonna kill myself.
Don't do it, Silver. It's not the way.
It's worth it.
No, it's not.
If I die from a spider train from trying to lockpick a damn chest, then it's worth it.
No, it's not.
No. Shut up. Yes. No. One. There's gonna be a murder on this stream soon.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'll stop. I'm sorry.
No, you won't.
You're the one who keeps messing up with how am I supposed to do this?
Okay, one. Uno. Dos. Tres. Yay.
Good job. You did it.
I can make it past the first. No, I can't. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm glad you find this amusing. It's going too fast.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Come on, so you can do it.
That's on you. You jinxed it.
Let's go, team. Welcome back to the most violent stream ever on YouTube. Where all you ever hear is the occasional, like, click. So, okay, hold on. I'm gonna go check if anyone's actually watching the stream. Hold up. Watch, like the 2 seconds I'm gone, you're gonna start, like, raging.
I almost had it. I was inches off.
Okay, so there's somebody else watching. Okay, so Silver, we have 1 viewer. Or 2, I don't actually know.
That's fine. I think I know who it is.
I feel, I don't know. Why do you click it? Why do you, dude, you can go around. Oh my gosh. Okay, go. Go. Go.
Shut up.
Go. If Charles actually kills you while you're doing this, I would like.
Oh, I know. He's
Wait.
probably behind me, sitting there.
He's just chilling. Like, hey, can I get a snack?
Oh. Okay, 1, 2. No.
Silver, dude. I think. I seriously need to try some other time, dude.
Where the fuck you at? Where are you? Come here.
Just go inside.
I hate you. Hate you.
You mean me?
No. This idiot. He's the one who gave me the stuff.
Oh. Well, yeah, Elman's, I guess.
If I could, I would flip him off.
I don't.
I'll do it behind the screen.
Silver, this is a made-for-kids stream. You're not meant to do that.
Actually, my stuff is not made for kids.
Don't care. Made for kids.
I'm gonna do it one more time.
Oh, I think I have to dip in a sec. I mean, it's stream like, oh, I'll mute.
Okay.
I'll still be here, but like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Oh, look, first SI3DS set downloaded. Yippee! That should be an achievement on its own.
I think I know how to do this. You have to let it go around until, like, if it's 2 or 3, you got to let it go all around like this. So like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so your strategy is definitely working right now.
Shut up. Nope, 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 no, nope, nope, no, nope, 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 nope. Get in the train, get in the train, get in the train, get in the train.
Charles is coming for me. Go, go. Accelerate. Save Eugene's life, dude. He killed that man.
I fucking heard him. I heard him.
Imagine he doesn't even show up. The ghost is after me. Boop, boop, boom, 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 boom. She always gets it. Mama, the sun Honda on the house around, and all she meant was good. I Emily, friendly Emily. Yeah. Especially, she's got that thing, and you know what? No one quite like Emily. Okay, anyways, I'm going to go do my thing.
Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna check. Okay, no one is getting backstage. Oh wait, there's scraps in here. That would be helpful. So check the. Okay, so note to self. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Where is he? Oh, jeez. Hello. 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 Where are you at? Oh, jeez. Oh. Derailed, if you're there, tell me you saw that. close. I will get this eventually. Okay, let's try it this way. Okay, so Charles is around there somewhere. Look like he keeps coming back. He's around here. I mean, it all makes sense. No, no, he's gonna go back. Or I thought I heard him. Yeah, Charles is somewhere over that way. I think. Or he's either over that way or somewhere like that. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I have 5 messages. Oh shit.
If you're watching this video, chances are that you probably heard or have watched videos on the Choo Choo Charles game. Maybe you've asked yourself the question, what is that? What even is that? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain the lore contained within the game, as well as explain where Choo Choo Charles came from. So buckle in, it's going to be a wild ride. Your adventure starts after you get a phone call from a man named Eugene. From the first line, it's presumed that you've had contact with Eugene before. He goes on to explain that there is something on the island that would be worth your while and a great addition to your museum, which is apparently going out of business. It's presumed you're an archivist, as that's what everyone says you are. Either that or you're a monster hunter.
Monster hunter.
Monster hunter.
Archivist museum person.
On the way to the island, Eugene informs you that you're going to be hunting a giant train giga spider hybrid, and that the residents of the island have been planning its demise for some time now and have everything in order. As you step onto the island of you find a train which you end up taking control of, the previous owner of which was killed by Charles a while ago, so that bodes well. But this isn't any old train, no! This one has guns! Oh, also on the dock, there's like an Easter egg of a guy who tried to leave and didn't get very far, so there's that then. After taking the train out for a quick spin, Charles shows up, killing Eugene and running off into the distance. And the rest of the game is really up to you. You talk to the residents of the island and they can give you scrap to upgrade your train or do missions to get different guns. Some of these residents really have no bearing on the plot, while others do. During your adventures on the island, you come to learn that there is a man in charge of the mining operation here called Warren, who everyone has some disdain towards.
I've been wanting to see Warren's empire crumble for a long time.
He also has people who work for him that the residents call crazies. These people, as it turns out, are wearing masks, not too dissimilar to Charles's face. However, it's never explained why they wear these masks, which has led to various theories on the matter. It could be because they worship their new train overlord, and therefore see the best way to worship him is to look like him. Now, all the normal residents on this island are held up in their homes, unable to escape for fear of running into Charles. But these crazies are seen walking around in various places outside in the open, and even whistling. So what I think is more likely the case is that they found a way to not be attacked by Charles, and that's by pretending to be him. And the only people we see Charles attack are both Eugene and Warren, who don't wear masks. So that wasn't a very wise idea now, was it? There's even a room where you can see all the different masks hanging up that these workers wear. However, I think it's more likely that this is probably an Easter egg, showcasing all the various incarnations Charles has went through during its design process, before landing on this one. The villagers have an idea to lure Charles into a mortal battle by gathering the 3 eggs and placing them in the temple in the middle of the island.
We believe there may be a way to get Charles to commit to a mortal battle.
However, the mining company owner Warren Charles III has placed armed guards around these eggs and their locations. So your mission now is to gather those eggs and start a final battle with Charles, avoiding, dying in the process. Early on in the game, a resident has you get something out of a chest that Warren's men have dumped. After opening said chest, inside is revealed to be an ancient tablet drawing, depicting humans battling with what looks to be a giant spider. And because it's literally called an ancient tablet, we can assume that this has happened a long time ago. And who else do we know looks like a spider? Yeah, hard to miss a minute. And what do spiders come out of? Yes, that's right. Eggs. See, we're getting somewhere already. Further down the line, we come across someone called Greg, and he tells us that Warren is protecting the 3 remaining monster eggs, and his theory is that Warren is raising an army of these Charles-like creatures to take over the world. He does, however, sign his name as Genius Extraordinaire, so I think we can all take this with a grain of salt. The more interesting thing to note here is that he explains that they have been harvesting the life essence from these eggs. And that's something that we'll come back to later. Another resident we come across is called Gale. He has a different take on Warren. Gale tells us that when they were using the prism to get this life energy extracted from the eggs, that was when Charles attacked them for the first time, saying that he grew ginormous and more monstrous on the energy. And because of this, Warren hid the eggs and ordered them to be protected, and he also ordered the evacuation of the island. He goes on to say that he thinks Warren might have plenty skeletons in his closet, but he can't help but think that Warren is looking out for them this time. Now, at this point, we have multiple conflicting opinions on Warren. However, Gale is the only one that seems to shine him in a generous and favorous light. But trust me, by the end of this video, it's pretty clear what kind of man Warren really is. And let's just say he's not opposed to having his own men killed. Another character we meet later, called Ronnie, tells us Warren never told anyone on the mainland about the mining operation here. He also never reported the cave-in that caused the death of some of his workers. And since then, he seems to have only focused on these eggs and Charles, not even paying his workers. There are also notes scattered around the island, giving away major events in the story. A mine cave-in, extracting energy from eggs, a strange cavern. But before we uncover the entire story, there are some things I want to address in this game, because it breaks the fourth wall quite a lot. It has numerous references to other horror games and cliches. For instance, there is a mission in the game that has you hunt down pages stuck to lampposts while being pursued by a ghost. It's an obvious reference to Slenderman 8 Pages, and it's not the only game that's done that. There's also a stereotypical witch character brewing a stew, and a creature living in a swamp. Very much a reference to Black Lagoon. I don't feel that these components play a big part in any of the
That's what the monster looks
Charles,
like.
but are more
Okay,
a product
good
of the developer adding fun things into the game. Like, did you know that off the coast of Yan there is a giant rubber ducky? Yeah, me neither.
There's a giant rubber duck in the game.
Fun.
Ah.
Anyway, back to the plot. Now, after completing the game and searching the island.
Also, while you were gone, I encountered Charles like at least 2 times.
Okay. Yay!
If you want to see that, then you can just watch it back.
I can't wait to look at Silver and just start shouting.
And for all the extra notes, I think I can safely say we have a.
All I'm gonna say is you're gonna be a bit disappointed because I wasn't actually shouting.
Aww.
I was terrified to the point where my floor is now wet.
Like, actually?
Probably.
Okay, guess what? I have Duck in 19. Yippee!
Nice.
Much clearer picture on what happened here. And it all starts with Warren, the owner of the Charles Mining Company. From notes, we can ascertain that his business is very successful, and because of that, he's wealthy. So, why did he come to a tiny little island? Well, that's what the workers want to know too. And I think it's because he had heard there was something here, something more valuable than gold, a source of power, the eggs. Because Warren is in the business of digging mines for a living, it's very possible that he found this ancient tablet from a previous excavation.
Also, this is what's inside that chest I can't get into.
Oh. Dang.
It's literally just a drawing.
Okay.
Also, I couldn't get into it. I tried again, but I couldn't.
I know, you just told me.
This is what could have led him to this location. But due to his secretive nature, it's quite obvious this was the reason he came here and didn't want to share his knowledge with anybody else. All of his team thought they were digging for gold, as seen in these notes. After arriving on the island, the team got to work. Some commented on how excessive this operation was and costly. Just taking all of the equipment to the primary mining location was crazy. The chances of finding gold here was minute, so it was an incredibly big risk for a business owner with a spotless record to take. A month into the operation, there were signs of a gold vein being found. However, workers were starting to grow suspicious. One wrote about the ruins above the ground and below and wondered if it was really gold, which was the reason they were here. And it was at about this time that the workers broke through into a large cavern. Eugene, being the site manager at the time, feels uneasy about this place and writes a request for Warren to visit the site immediately, saying, "There's something strange here." Eugene would turn out to be correct, as this was the place where the first contact was made with the creature. Before them lay the treasure Warren had been seeking, harder than diamonds and with the ability to produce energy, these shimmering diamond-like eggs. So, just like a regular mining expedition, they placed down track and brought in trains and minecarts to transport the eggs to the surface. Unbeknownst to the workers, eggs weren't the only surprise this cavern had in store for them. From the shadows emerges a giant creature, a spider, the likes of which none of them have ever seen before. Towering above them, it starts attacking the miners. But the miners had also come prepared for this. Just like that ancient tablet foretold, Warren had brought guns with him. So we can assume that they took aim and shot at this creature. Some workers lost their lives, and this giant spider-like creature did something none of them expected. It hid itself inside one of the mining company's trains. Weird,
Hey, your theory was right.
Wow, look at me.
Almost like you knew this.
It's almost like I've seen videos, and I've also just made my own assumptions based on the fact that I've seen videos on the lore.
Exactly.
No kidding.
Don't worry, it'll be explained. If we just take a look at Charles, it's quite clear to see that the train part of him isn't really doing anything. It moves because it has legs that are sprouting out. And even the cabin of the train is completely sealed shut. And I believe what's hiding inside there is that same giant spider that was found in the mines months ago. The spider used the train's metal exterior to protect itself from their weapons, almost like a giant hermit crab would use a shell. And this explains why Eugene knew to shoot it in its face.
He's not taking enough damage. Get some headshots.
He had come up against this creature once before, down in the mines. We know that Charles is intelligent. Eugene's son writes that Charles deliberately avoids the wooden bridge because it knows that it's dangerous. So to use the train as protection from the gunfire is not a stretch of the imagination. Failing to stop the beast, as a last resort, the mine was collapsed, hoping to destroy the creature and the event written off as a tragic mining accident. With the eggs of power tantalizingly close, more entrances were created, one to the north and one to the east of that. Eventually, Warren managed to get to those eggs. They were then placed into the prism atop the ruins where a beam of energy erupted into the sky. And according to Greg, they did this for months. And just when everything seemed to be going according to plan, that creature that was found in the cave reappeared. And Charles was also able to harness the energy and grow bigger and more intimidating. This is where the majority of people first saw Charles. And from there, Warren hid the eggs far apart from each other, stopping anything like this happening again. But the residents took things into their own hands, and well, you know the rest. So you might be asking, if it's a spider, why out of nowhere can it just take control of a train? Well, the clue has been right beneath everyone's feet this whole time. The island. Arenarium. A weird name, at least that's what I thought, and a quick Google search later reveals that the island is actually named after a fungus. In particular, a species called Angiodontium arenarum, and there is something special about this fungus. Unlike normal fungi that feed off rotting materials, this one prefers to eat insects, and in particular, spiders. Its spores land upon a spider, and once they take root, they bore deep inside it, eating it from the inside out, and then emerging ready to spread its spores and start the cycle again. The references to spiders in this game is plentiful. And what else looks like a spider? A certain red demonic train does. Now, I don't believe that Charles is a fungus. This reference to a fungus that grows inside of another host is the link between the Charles Mining Company and this prehistoric giant spider creature, being able to get inside one of the trains and possessing it. Evidence of multiple rail cars can be found in the notes, like this one from Theodore, which tells us he used his beautiful old mining train to push a spare rail car into the canyon. Even in the scrap heap, there is an old train rusting away. And it's exactly one of these trains that Charles managed to crawl into. And that's why at the side of it, it says Charles Mining Company, the exact same logo that appears on our train at the start of our adventure. And at the end of the game, Charles is killed, blown up on a bridge, and then impaled on a spike. There is one thing that Warren says to us just before he ends up, biting the proverbial train dust.
You don't know what you're doing.
Now, it is very possible that he's found out some information that hasn't been brought to light, and after Charles is killed, we still see that there are caverns filled with these monster eggs under the ground. One of them shaking as if it's ready to hatch any second. Maybe it's the death of Charles that's gonna now bring all of these creatures to life, or just that this one is actually going to be the next Choo Choo Charles. It's hard to say. But if we're being honest, this game was a passion project made by one developer, which means that there's only one person who really knows the true story to Choo Choo Charles. So what do you think? Did I explain everything, or is there something else I missed that maybe might make an add to the story? But again, it's just a theory. A paper theory. Before we wrap things up here, I want to give a massive shout out to my friend Excited for creating those beautifully horrific illustrations of Charles in the cave. I did, however, give him some pretty good reference images, it has to be said. This game was an absolute pleasure to play, and if you haven't already picked it up, I will leave a link in the description to where you can buy it on Steam. Having pieces of lore strung about in notes here and there, and an air of mystery about it really makes it interesting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you later. Oh, bye-bye.
Oh,
Not to mention a duck.
Well, that was a thing.
The fact he said it's just a theory.
That makes me sad. Because Matthew Patrickson is now gone.
Well, no, Matt Pat's not gone. He's just doing family stuff.
He is gone, Silver.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I don't think family stuff counts as being gone.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Hmm. Okay, there's got to be another story here. Which I think there is.
The story of Choo Choo Charles feels like a straight out of a nightmare. A terrifying monster is roaming an island, and no one is truly safe from this demonic train. But while running around this world is thrilling, it's possible to miss the overarching story in this open world game. So what is the story behind Choo Choo Charles? Well, I'm glad you asked, because this is how the nightmare became reality. Our story begins with the aftermath of a catastrophe. Our player gets a call from Eugene, who is a supervisor for the Charles Mining Company on an island called Aranira. Appropriately named, since this means spider's web or cobweb in Latin. From the conversation, we figure out that our character runs a museum, and that there is something big on the island, which would look really nice in our establishment. This alludes to Choo Choo Charles, which makes me think our museum is centered around taxidermy. Eugene only mentions that something big is there, and that it involves monster hunting. So I'm thinking our character runs a curiosity shop with a freakish taxidermy collection. We're basically Chuck Testa for all you ancient memers out there. Perhaps our collection is focused on cryptids. Eugene says that if anyone can bring this thing down, it's us, which makes me believe we're an experienced hunter. A hunter who brought no weapons with them to this awful encounter. As we row into the island, we find out our target is called Charles. Half demon train, half giga spider, as Eugene explains. This island is a place where miners dig their own graves, which sets the tone for how we're supposed to feel about this cursed place. We make our way up to a train shed that holds a train whose operator was slain by Charles. The hope is that we can use this train for ourselves. As Eugene and our player inspect this train, it's apparent that someone else was planning on using it to hunt Charles. The weapon on the back wasn't there when Eugene first evacuated the island. After firing some test shots, we embark on our journey, only to be instantly ambushed by Thomas the Tank Engine's emo cousin. Honestly,
Oh, that's funny. T-Rail, you there? Emo cousin, that's funny. Fuck, that's funny as hell. Thomas. Okay, I need to hear that.
Only to be instantly ambushed by Thomas the Tank Engine's emo cousin. Honestly, I kind of freaked out when Eugene died because I thought I did something wrong. Upon running up to Eugene, we learned that Eugene actually used to be a hunter, or in the military with us, at some point in the past. Eugene's dying words set the player off on a quest to find eggs on the island and his son. And with that, our solo nightmare begins. Eugene has apparently told everyone on the island that we will be coming, as most NPCs are both accommodating and helpful. And, as we find out in a note, everyone on the island is counting on Eugene to help them. Unfortunately, they don't know he's dead. We start to learn more about our character as we progress. Darrow refers to us as a fancy pants monster hunter, which sort of solidifies the theory about what our museum holds. Helen informs us that Charles will retreat into the wilderness when harmed, but this is when our character finds out what the eggs are for that Eugene was talking about. A way to duel Charles to the death without him retreating. But this is when we learn about the island's additional threat, Warren Charles III, who has placed armed guards around the island. But to understand the reason why Warren is doing all of this, we'll need to travel all around the island looking for clues. The oldest man-made buildings on the island are the crumbling towers, and it's within these buildings that Warren keeps the files and documents on the mine. One such note mentions that prior to discovering any of these eggs, the goal of the mining company was simple. They were looking for gold. However, with bankruptcy on the horizon, things started to look bleak for Charles Mining Company. Unknown from a worker's perspective, things were looking good. Morale was up and there were no complaints. This was until the tragedy that occurred in the mines. We find out that Eugene reached out to Warren with an urgent letter, but never got a response back initially. They broke through a wall into a large cavern in the southern mines and found something strange. It turns out they discovered ruins deep underground. This discovery was the breakthrough that Warren needed, and this finding resulted in multiple mining sites opening. In an abandoned mining location on the island, we can find a note that outlines this clearly. Quote, "Mining in the new location has been going smoothly, but we found nothing of interest yet. The path we've been digging seemed rather unconventional, but Warren finally revealed that our team is looking for more ruins, similar to the ones unearthed at the southern mine. After visiting the other ruins with Gale, I am intrigued that we may find more to explore, as the ruins seem to be quite grand." End quote. These ruins are scattered all around the island, and this excited Warren. However, this excitement led to catastrophe, as one of the mines had a cave-in which killed several employees. After clearing away the rubble, something profound was discovered. Glowing eggs deep underground. And this is where all the trouble started. If we talk to Ronnie outside the old mining towers, upon the discovery of the eggs, it seems Warren became tight-lipped. The mining operation was kept a secret from the mainland, and Warren didn't bother to report the cave-in to anyone. It was swept under the rug, but the eggs that were found had mysterious properties, and these eggs would bring about the horrors on the island. Now, there's a gap in the story at this point that isn't clearly explained, but we do know that the spider train Charles was created from the power of the eggs. It doesn't seem this monster hatched from an egg as a train, but more so this spider entity morphed into a train. I think this is pretty clear too, as Choo Charles has the same mining company branding on it that our train does. This shows us that a train was possibly possessed by this monster, and Charles as an entity was born. How exactly this took place step by step is unknown, but we have some clues. On the island, we can find a note by Greg, and this note talks about how Warren is supposedly trying to raise more of the spider monsters. An army of sorts, for world domination. They found a whole nest of eggs after clearing out the debris from the cave-in. The miners spent months sucking out the energy from the eggs, but before the last 3 could be destroyed, Warren stopped them after realizing how powerful they were. Apparently, the eggs are as hard as diamonds as well. We must take this information with a grain of salt though, because Greg seems a bit out there. As we speak to him, he's certain that if these eggs hatch, they will surely turn to monstrous creatures like Charles. This backs up the idea that the creatures within the eggs aren't always trains. Greg is a bit of a conspiracy theorist, and another worker, Gale, comments on this. Gale mentions in a note that Greg had told them that Warren was planning to use spider trains for world domination. Gale disputes this absurd claim, but goes on to tell us things that we can confirm are true. He mentions that some sort of device called a prism was able to extract life energy from the batch of eggs. However, it sounds like Charles existed prior to this experiment, as he attacked while it was happening. Talking to Gale reveals that this island always had an ancient pyramid on it, with a prism at the top. He mentions that the prism seems to have one purpose, and that it's designed to destroy monster eggs. When the eggs are placed inside it, a massive beam of energy fires off, as if it's being drained from the eggs themselves. Gale continues on to say that people are hoping this will draw Charles into a fight, as he tries to defend the eggs. But then we are given a warning that Charles himself can be powered up from the eggs, as this was witnessed once before. Gale mentions that he knows Warren has skeletons in the closet, but he actually thinks he was trying to look out for people. That's why he hid the eggs, and attempted to evacuate everyone. It's strange though, because at the same time, Warren's guards took on the attire of cultists. They wore giant masks, and seemingly worshipped Charles. Was this simply because looking like Charles was believed to make the demon train not attack you? It makes you wonder if Warren wasn't evacuating people out of concern or safety, but because it aligned with his interest to take over the island, and create outposts to defend his discoveries. Even if world domination wasn't his true plan, it was said that the miners drained the egg's energy for months. So they didn't find gold, but did Warren find an alternative energy source to gas or coal? Is this how he became wealthy? He's seen in a gold suit, and certainly comes off that way. There's a couple other things to note here too about this area. Charles isn't the only monster on the island. There's two more, one being the swamp monster Barry that will eat people, and the other is the Slenderman-like ghost. There's weird dolls out there too somewhere. This world seems to be full of monsters. As many times throughout our adventure, we are referred to a monster hunter casually. It's possible Barry, the swamp monster, always lived in the lake on the island, but it doesn't help that a cannibal witch named Lisbeth Murkwater also resides nearby. Is Barry a monster that hatched from an egg at one point? It's hard to tell. Furthermore, we have the ghost entity that attacks us when we're playing the mini-quest that's like Slender the 8 Pages. As the monster approaches us, we can hear the screams of tons of people. And for some reason, this ghostly entity keeps putting up children's drawings of Charles and other monster-like figures. A nearby note even suggests that the specter is a culmination of lost crew members who died in the cave-in. Or it could be something else entirely. Either way, the concept of ghost is casually addressed by Sasha as we talk to her. She recognizes us as a monster hunter and wastes no time in asking us if we can deal with ghosts. Warren is aware that sinister spirits have sprung up in the island as well. In a nearby watchtower, we can see that he is surveillancing the boulder field where the spirit has been sighted. The workers mention that Warren isn't interested in hearing about Choo Charles or Sasha, who have been spotted there, but he is interested in anything else that may be seen. The employees don't know what he means though. As we draw near to the end of our adventure, we eventually collect the remaining eggs on the island. Once we talk to Paul, Eugene's son, at the Aranerum Municipal Building and set the explosives, we'll get the key to the temple. And this temple contains the prism that we need the eggs for. Right before our player puts the final egg in the prism, Warren Charles III steps out with a team of guards, telling us to back away from the shrine. He says we don't know what we are doing, and insists that we put the egg down slowly. Warren claims we'll hurt far too many people if we finish what we're doing. And, in an act of defiance, we step into the prism.
When the stream ends, if I'm still AFK, you can just boot me, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you.
A powerful beam of energy that changes the sky red. Warren yells at us, condemning our actions, as we've doomed us all. And just then, Charles creeps down from the roof, and he morphs into a mutant version of himself. This is when Charles eats Warren whole, and the final fight begins. However, something has changed about Charles. He has the ability to teleport around the map, and warp us to new locations as well. Whatever power these eggs contain, they've enabled Charles to essentially wormhole travel across the island, and pull our train into the jump as well. They've also completely changed the atmosphere, as the world is cast in blood red light. As we pummel Charles and defeat him, we eventually warp to the bridge where Charles is blown into the air, falling down below and impaling himself on a support structure for the bridge, and ending his reign of terror. But as the credits roll, we see that beneath the bridge is another undisturbed section of ruins, filled to the brim with these monster eggs, and one of them is getting ready to hatch. Whether this means an army of trained monsters is about to be released, or due to the death of Charles, a new monster is capable of being born now that the previous one has perished, it's unknown what this means for the future of the world. Perhaps we'll find out in the future in a later content update when the game comes to consoles. But for the time being, that is the entire story of Choo Charles explained. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see all of you in my next video. Cheers!
Alright, let's do one more. Oh. Oh, Top 10 Gaming. I like Top 10 Gaming. They have the best stuff.
Choo Choo Charles is finally out, and you know that I could not have been more hyped to play it. So, in its around 4-hour playtime, what are some hidden details or secrets that you might not have picked up on? That's what we're exploring today, so let's do it. Right now. In 10 out of bounds. There are multiple locked doors throughout Choo Choo Charles. Sometimes you have to find the key to unlock it. Other times it's a door to someone's house, so you really can't unlock it. There's also one door in particular that is not only creepier than the others, but also isn't unlockable ever at all. And it's not even someone's house. Up on the northeastern area of the island, off the track, you can find a cabin surrounded by a moat of spikes, no doubt to deter Charles. However, in this cabin there is a mask for one of the cultists hanging on a bedpost, and a gate leading towards a creepy basement. The basement for most players simply contains 7 scrap. However, there is a locked door here as well. While I personally ignored this while playing, thinking that I'd be brought back here at some point, I never was. Because behind that door is actually just a room that contains a note. And the note, should you read it, simply says, you shouldn't be in here. Because, you know, you shouldn't. It's out of bounds. You would have had to cheat to get here. I would have personally liked a you're not supposed to be in here joke as a reference to Skyrim, given the many other video game references in this game, but it's still cool nonetheless, and it's kind of funny. And if you're a cheater, then it calls you out for it. Yellow Duck. At the northernmost part of the island, the peak in the northwest corner, there's a small little beach there. On your way off the track, because you know you gotta run here, you can run into some cultists, but should you manage to make it the whole way without dying, you'll find a giant yellow rubber duck floating off the coast around 40 meters out. This is certainly an interesting Easter egg, since it's not only a giant rubber duck, but it's also somehow staying still despite there being a storm and it being, you know, floating in the ocean. Those two things combined should have sent it miles away. Of course, this doesn't have to make sense. It's a freaking video game about a giant demon train spider, but given all the other odd things happening on the island, maybe this is just another monster. Maybe the reason this thing isn't moving is because it has extremely long legs that are keeping it in place. And based off their reaction to Charles, maybe the duck is too scared to actually reveal itself. Or maybe it's a reference to something that I'm just not understanding. Like, is there a duck in Thomas the Tank Engine? Or like, is this another gaming reference? Is it a reference to that TikTok where someone dropped big rubber duck in a river and then had to go find it later? I don't know. Okay, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And it ain't first priority. When I was playing the game, my first priority was upgrading my train's armor rating. I knew that this was going to be my game plan going in, but when I figured out that 1 scrap was required for 10% of your train repairs, it was an even better plan. I watched Eddie VR play it on his second channel, and he neglected armor, and it was getting him wrecked. So even in retrospect, I knew I had made the right call. But what I didn't realize was how insane that made my train rate off the bat. You see, I figured that if I didn't have to repair the train as often, then the damage in the end wouldn't really matter, or at least my damage rating. So I could focus on armor, and then I kept the speed and damage leveling together. So when it came to the fights with Charles, I could take some more hits before needing to repair, meaning that I could focus on damaging and working out a combat strategy. If I could at least keep pace with Charles so it was harder for him to catch up with me and have my armor up at the same time, the lower damage I was dealing wouldn't really matter, since there is infinite ammo for the guns and my train never ran out of fuel. So I could just keep going and I could chip away slowly at his health if I needed to. But keeping armor up and then pairing the speed and damage was so insane, I actually ended up chasing Charles. I quite literally beat him and then went after him because I wasn't done with him yet. I was heated.
Get back here! I'm not done with you yet! Get back here, Shocker! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
And it's 7, not the first time. Now, considering how this is a giant train spider demon thing, you'd figured that this is the first time it's showed up. I mean, it's literally based off one of the trains they have on the island. More on that in a minute. But the first time they saw Charles was after they unearthed the eggs. The ones that were the driving force behind this game's story. So, what makes me think that this isn't the first time? Well, at the beginning of the game, you can get a lockpit set from Daryl, the guy at the scrapyard. You know, you pass it on your way to the first mission if you follow the track. back. You use them to unlock the chest that Warren's goon had just thrown into his yard, and inside this is an ancient tablet which is described as a, quote, very old stone tablet that features some strange drawings, which I feel like is a reference to Skyrim and the Dragonstone, but that could just be me. But what was off about this one for me was that the ancient tablet had a drawing of people fighting a giant spider, but it was like a normal giant spider, not one that looked like a train, just a giant spider. So clearly this wasn't the first time this has happened. I wouldn't have paid any attention to it, but it was marked as a critical item according to the game. Picking it up gives you the notification of critical item acquired. Return to Daryl to complete your mission, which is a notification you don't even get when collecting the eggs. And it's 6, stupidity. There's also just the sheer stupidity on the island that I feel the need to address. Okay, this needs to be talked about. So my original questions for this game revolved around why nobody is doing anything about the giant train spider, which were partially addressed since this seems to be a relatively new threat to them in terms of like timeline in the game. But also, how is it that Eugene knows about the train that we can grab at the beginning of the game because the owner got killed right off the bat, but also doesn't know that there was a machine gun on the back? Someone clearly had to have added it, and if the engineer was dead, it wasn't him. Plus, Eugene didn't even know about it, so it couldn't have been him. So who added it? And if they added it, why didn't they take the fight to Charles their damn selves? Okay, not to mention the other random brain farts like Daryl not knowing how to use a lockpick. Like, dude, just look it up, okay? Or even like just try it, jimmy it around a little bit and hope that it works. It's been in the media for how long now? Come on. And I also can't forget Sergeant Flynn, who somehow didn't think to use the water tank above his burning shed to put out the fire. Sergeant Flint, more like Sergeant Flint, Michigan. But also, do you want to know how that fire started? Because he set off his flamethrower in a wooden shed. And yeah, I said in, not at, in. He was testing a flamethrower in a wooden shed while also being in that shed. He straight up deserved to die for that one, honestly, okay? That's not a win for natural selection. God, no wonder Charles was winning. And also, if you made it through this list, you're already halfway, so why don't you hit like and subscribe? And if you like the video enough, then we'll know you want more Choo Choo Charles, because this is fun. This is a fun list to write. Halfway through into number 5, Pog Rocks. The development process for Choo Choo Charles took quite a while, as I'm sure you know. The game grew and grew and grew from its original idea, and 2-Star was streaming parts of the development, which gained some traction. So, in honor of everyone who subbed during those streams, 2-Star added rock towers. Basically, they're like stone cairns, or basically Inukshooks, and there's one for each person who is subbed. They're scattered across the island. To quote from 2-Star's Twitter, while playing Choo Choo Charles, you might find some strange rock piles. Each rock is dedicated to someone who subbed during the development live streams I did over the past year. They are Pog Rocks. Very epic. So yeah, there you go. Each rock represents a viewer. So that's a nice little Easter egg and a way to get all those fans into the game because they subbed to you and supported, which is always good. In it 4, Unexplained Origins. I hinted at this earlier on, but the actual origins of Charles and how he came to be are so freaking confusing. You see, the reason they call him Charles is because that's the name of the mining company run by Warren, the company that uncovered all of the eggs. But it's not because it's his fault that they're calling it that. It's because that's literally the train's branding. Since the trains are to transport materials, the trains are also Warren's. So they're of course branded with the company logo, including our train before we start adding any armor to it. And all the other discarded trains that we find, like in the junkyard where you go to get the lockpick, they also have this branding on them. Charles somehow took control over or became a copy of the trains used by Warren and us while we played. How could that even happen? It's not like a hermit crab situation because Charles's face is on the front of the train. And if it was just a giant spider that was using the train like a shell, his face would like be in the caboose or something, okay? So what the hell is this thing if it took over or even replicated a train? Getting close to the end in number 3, Slender. If you remember back in like 2012 when Slender the 8 pages was all the rage, you're gonna love Choo Choo Charles because whether or not you got a chance to play it back then, you can play it in this game. Well, kinda. One of the optional side missions involves you having to grab half of the paranormal pages left in a nearby boulder field. You see, this woman has been finding 16 pages pinned to lampposts in that area for multiple nights in a row. But last night she was halfway through gathering them up when she was scared off by horrible noises and strange visions. She no longer feels safe walking out there. despite, you know, a giant train spider also attacking the island for the past little bit, which I feel like is the more unsafe option. I don't know why you ever felt safe out there to begin with if there's a giant frickin' train spider, but, you know, that's aside the point. Being the Monster Hunter museum curator thing guy that you are, and, you know, with the offer of scrap metal, you go and grab those 8 pages while being chased by some form of pitch black creature with a white glow that's always flying at you, has a mini tornado under them, and if they catch you, you get teleported. So, yeah, it's legally distinct, but definitely a reference to one of the most iconic YouTube horror games of all time. And ultimately, and at number 2, Altars. Now, I thought that there was more to this game than there was. Okay, I really did. Specifically because there are 3 random pillars or altars that you can find around the map. One of them is across from the final temple, another is by the house with the locked door that calls you up for cheating that I mentioned at the beginning, and another is closer to the middle of the island. My thinking was that 3 altars seemed to be the perfect size to have eggs right in the middle without them falling off. 3 eggs, I must be able to get a secret or some other cool ability by placing the eggs on these altars before I take them to the final fight. No, these don't do anything. You can't interact with them. They don't have anything around them that does anything. Nothing. It's set up perfectly. There's 3 of them. It's set up so well. But there is a note at the one across from the final temple that I thought might possibly give me the way to do this. But no. Instead, it starts talking about some other entity, Gus the Bus. But it's just random ravings. Quote, beware the bus. His name is Gus. He's not on the island though, so don't worry too much. When you go back to the mainland, don't ride the bus. Gus bus, bust the Gus. He's bad and fast. Charles fears Gus. Bro, what? I thought that this was gonna be like something insane, but it's just a crazy guy talking about a bus demon. And finally, in at number 1, secret ending. Now, I originally thought that there was a secret ending to the game while I was playing because there were a load of videos saying things like Choo Choo Charles all endings or all boss fights, but there doesn't seem to be, okay? That's why I was investigating those pillars I mentioned in the last number. I thought that they were also a key to a secret ending, but it seems like there's only the one ending that doesn't include your death. Yeah, there's also no hidden achievements or any normal achievements about another ending either, but there is one for the main ending. So I'm gonna use all of that information to work out that I was wrong there. But there really seems like there could have been, especially given the end credit scene of all those thousands of eggs that were colors we didn't even collect. I figured that there would be a secret, better ending where we could destroy all of those, but apparently there's not. So there you go. If you're wondering about it, like I was, I promise you that there is no secret ending, unfortunately, unless you're watching this a while later, and since then the game has been updated and added one. And if you want more theories about this game or others, be sure to check out our top 10 Choo Choo Charles theories video or all the other theory videos we got. We got a lot of them, okay? One of them's about to pop up on your screen. Thanks for watching. Choo Choo Charles is finally out, and that means all the questions that I had will be answered, right? No, because today we're talking the scariest Choo Choo Charles hidden details that left us with unanswered questions. Oh boy, let's do it right now. And be sure you let me know in the comments what your favorite Choo Choo Charles weapon is. I'll tell you mine later. In at 10, what is Charles? Okay, I think we could all agree that Charles isn't an ordinary spider. I think that's pretty obvious. But even by like demon spider train standards, he's not normal. He has colored eggs. He can absorb the energy from those eggs when you attempt to destroy them. And then he has a giant form that is quite literally supposed to be a form from Satan's domain. It's literally called Hell Charles, for God's sakes. Like, how is any of this possible? What could Charles be? Obviously, he's not a demon, because those don't lay eggs. He's not the first of his kind. The stone tablet from the beginning of the game gives that away. There were literal ruins on the island based around these eggs. So, what in the living hell would be the reason for any of this? Of course, the real reason is Charles, but it couldn't have been when these temples were created. This wasn't specifically Charles. So, like, what's really going on with this giant train spider demon from hell that isn't actually a demon? And at 9, evacuation. According to Eugene at the start of the game, the island had actually started evacuations after the discovery of Charles, and that he was one of the first ones off the island. But then, apparently, they seemingly stopped evacuations after this. This could have been because of Warren and I think the game partially hints at that. But my question is, why the hell are these people listening to some mining corporate stooge about leaving these random people who aren't mining workers on the island? Warren interfering or not, what I can only assume is the government not evacuating as many people as they can. What the hell? Why? Plenty of people still want to go back to the mainland. There's one guy even waiting for another boat. Charles apparently destroyed the last one, but has nobody found that suspicious? Has nobody on the mainland thought, that boat isn't back yet, and they aren't answering any of my calls? Maybe something's wrong. No! There's none of that. We have to row with Eugene back to the island. And if it's within rowing distance, why would they think it's taking so long to bring people back? They wouldn't think that. It wouldn't take that long. So what's the deal? What's the deal with airline food? You know I'm a white comedian because I'm making this voice. That's how it works. Comedy. In at 8, Island Origins. Now, Charles isn't the only thing that's weird on this island. I mean, like, not only is there a giant demon train spider attacking people, but there seems to be active measures against Charles on the island. And it's there when they arrive. It's not like Warren and his goons built it. So why did whoever was here before build all of this? Clearly, they've had to fight off a being like this before thanks to the drawing on the tablet. But what happened that caused the island to be abandoned or go extinct enough that Warren wouldn't really think about starting his operation here? Because if this worked, that wouldn't make sense because they would have had to fail in order for Charles to show up. But clearly they didn't fail originally because they fought off their version of this giant spider. Unless Charles was laying dormant for ages until they unearthed his eggs. But then, why would he have showed up looking like a train used by the mining company? My original theory was that the island itself was possessed by an evil entity that Warren was using to make his fortune. Kind of like a Betrayal at House on the Hill sort of thing, since in that game the house itself is possessed by evil. But that seems to not be the case, even though there are also giant duck that is possibly a kaiju, a swamp monster that is, I'm pretty sure, is a reference to squids from Minecraft, and Slenderman. Slenderman. A copyright distinct version of Slenderman. It is 7, Island Location. We also don't know where Arcanerum is located. It's closer to the mainland than most might assume, since after all we do row there with Eugene. But other than that, we get basically no information towards where this game actually takes place. In like a map world geography sense. Not like we know it's Arcanerum, but like we don't know where in the world the island would be. I could probably figure it out, but this is a top 10 list and I don't have that kind of time. So if I'm going to do that, I'll have to save it for another video. And let me know if you actually want to see something like that in the comments. I have some ideas about how I could figure it out, but if you don't want the video, I'm not going to force it on you, and I'm not going to force myself to do it. But yeah, other than we know it's within rowing distance of a mainland, that's all we have. Well, okay, we know it's within rowing distance for a father who is trying to make sure his son doesn't get killed by a giant demon train spider. So I think that it'll be a little further than your average Joe, or average Eugene in this case, dare I say. I feel like a Joe would be able to row further than a Eugene, though. I don't know. Like, in my head, that's my opinion. Depends on the Joe, though. Hey, that rhymed. And at 6, our origins. Something that I also was wondering while playing this game and made jokes about multiple times was, what the hell is a museum curator doing hunting a giant demon train spider? Okay, like the game, through Eugene, tells us at the beginning that we're trying to keep our museum in business and looking for something big to do it. We don't know what kind of museum we run, and I'm sure most people would assume that it's a monster museum of sorts, considering how he's like, oh yeah, this will be the biggest thing you have ever seen. But if it was a monster museum, firstly, that would never be close to going out of business, okay? Kids would be dragging their parents there all the time. If Ripley's Believe It or Not is still going and like has like a museum in Niagara Falls, a museum about monsters would be fine. And Eugene specifically asks if we're ready for monster hunting, which would imply it's something that we haven't done before. If it was our job, well, of course we would be ready. It's our job, but we seemingly aren't. We then also get referred to as a monster hunter multiple times by NPCs, but we're also referred to as the museum guy. So it's really hard to tell what exactly it is that we do. Plus, depending on your play style, you're fine with just straight up killing Warren's guards. I mean, this is justified as self-defense, but it's still taking someone's life, and you're also probably using a giant bazooka to do it. Speaking of which, my favorite weapon is the bazooka, by the way. And if you made it halfway through this list so you can actually see that, be sure you hit like and subscribe because we're going to be doing more Choo Choo Charles things because y'all are loving it. That last video did really well. Halfway through into number 5, altars. Now, I thought that there was more to this game than there was. I really did. Specifically because there were 3 random altars that you could find around the map. One of them is across from the final temple. Another is by a house with a locked door that has a secret behind it that calls you out for cheating. And another is closer to like what I would assume is the middle of the island. Like not like the middle of the top half, but like the middle of like the middle. My thinking was like 3 altars that all seem to be the perfect size for eggs, 3 eggs. I must be able to get like a secret ending or some cool ability by placing the eggs on these altars before I take them to the final fight, or instead of taking them. But no, they didn't do anything. You can't actually interact with them. They don't have anything around them that does anything. One might have a scrap. One has a note that starts talking about Gus the Bus, which is another entity on the mainland that Charles is scared of, apparently. But it's just random ravings. I thought that these were going to be like something insane where I was able to destroy all of the eggs at once, and then it was actually a good ending. But it's just a crazy guy talking about a bus demon. So, nope. What are they for? That's my question. They're there. There's 3 of them. They have to have a purpose. What is it? In at 4, Warren. Warren himself is really confusing to me as well, honestly, okay? Like, I don't think anyone has actually seen him before the final cutscene when I've watched people play. I didn't see him before the final cutscene. Where did he come from? Okay, how did he check on the temple that he'd assume is well guarded just as we're about to put the 3rd egg into the shrine thing? Like maybe he had heard about the egg thefts from the mines, sure. But if that was the case, he would have just upped the security at the temple to make sure that he didn't get put in a position where he had to convince someone that he'd never met before and has been told all sorts of horrific things about him that he's right to guard the eggs. Because if that was me in that situation and like actually in that world, not playing the game, and I had the choice, or even if I was just playing the game and it gave me the choice to listen or to use the egg, damn straight I would have destroyed the eggs. I was told nothing but bad and suspicious things about Warren the entire game. I never saw him once. Only at that final cutscene did I ever see him, and if he was in the actual world, he would have stuck out like a sore thumb otherwise. Because this man was dressed in a full yellow suit with a cowboy hat, like a discount Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. So how does he just show up out of nowhere, think that he'll convince us, and then die in a very evident way like it was supposed to be some big story moment? Like, sure, the secondary antagonist is dead, hooray, but like, why does that matter if we're about to kill Charles anyway? I don't know. It's a whole lot of weird. For 3, Hell Charles. So the actual origins of Charles and how he came to be are extremely confusing. You see, the reason they call him Charles is because that's the name of the mining company run by Warren, the guy who's been uncovering the eggs. You know, the one that I just talked about, yellow monkey suit. It's like the man from Curious George and Doug Dimmadome combined. That's basically what I see when I look at him. Yeah, that guy. And that's the name of the company. And they're not calling him that because like they blame him for Charles. It's because that's like the branding on the train. The trains are meant to transport materials. Therefore, the trains are Warren's and are branded with the company logo, including the train that we're using before we start adding any armor to it and then it gets covered up. And all the other discarded trains we find along the way, like in the junkyard where you get the lockpick, and various other locations like outside of mines. They all have the Charles branding, which implies that Charles somehow took control over or became a copy of the trains used by Warren and used by us as we play. How can that even happen? And then, on top of that, he can absorb the energy from his eggs when they're being destroyed, and when he does do so, he transforms into an even more monstrous version of himself called Hell Charles. What the absolute fuck? This answers none of the questions that I had. It only gives me more. Bro, Hell Charles? But ultimately, in at number 2, Secret Intentions. One question I had this whole time was if Warren really was planning on digging for gold like he originally was saying. I don't know. Or was it his intention to find Charles and his eggs from the beginning? We can't really be sure. He definitely does seem like he has hidden intentions and like he's not telling us something that he knows. But in a note that you can find in the tall tower when trying to take the miner's contract for the dude who's too fat to climb the tower. That's literally what the plot of the mission is. I don't know how else to say that. You end up finding a journal entry of sorts that mentions how he doesn't think he'll find any gold on this island. Unless he's writing his journals in code, which I don't see why he would be doing. Like, I don't know why this would be a lie. Why would you lie to yourself in your journal, especially if you're leaving it at the tallest tower on the island that nobody should really be able to access because it's falling apart unless they're us, because we're seemingly the Dragonborn. But then when we do get to the final battle, he tells us that we'll kill a lot more people than we'll save if we follow through with our plan, but he never says how, he never says why, or he never says how he knows that. His guards also dress up like Charles worshippers. So at this point, I honestly don't know what this man's intentions are, unless the masks are meant to make Charles think that you're one of his babies or something, and maybe he doesn't attack you, which is a whole other can of worms that I do not want to mess with today. And finally, in at number 1, Extravaganza. The biggest twist of the game comes to us in the final cutscene, after the credits. Much like any movie released nowadays, we get something after the credits that has insane implications. One of those being that there's about 1 million more Charles eggs, and that us destroying those 3 from the actual story. What the hell are they? And then it pans out and you get like 3,000 more. This gives me multiple questions. 1, why are there so many goddamn eggs? 2, where are these all located? Is this what they were searching for in that unmarked mine by the lighthouse? And if it is, what were they planning on doing with them? Why would they guard those 3 eggs if they knew about the others? And what are all these eggs for? Are they really eggs in like a sense that they'll hatch more Charles? Because like they don't look like spider eggs, but this is also a giant train spider. And we know that this just has happened before, thanks to that stone tablet. So what's the deal with the eggs? Can only one of them be hatched at a time? Can we destroy all of them? I have no idea, and that scares me. And if you want to be scared like me and learn more about Choo Choo Charles, be sure you check out the video, pop it up on your screen now. Thanks for watching.
Alright, we'll do one more thing to end it off here. This is End of the Line.
Almost tea time. A bit of change to the timetable.
No.
Engine trouble?
As far as I've been informed.
If this train doesn't get here in the next 5 minutes, I shall go absolutely mad.
Sleeping deep beneath the sleepers of the isle, there's a demon creature dreaming heathen and reviled. Sees no rhyme or reason but to feast him when he's riled. Better let him be, lest you are sure to see the smile of 16 tons of scurrying nil, smoldering souls through part of the rail, with a pig-like grin on the front of his head, side and top of my illogical number of legs.
Tickets, please. Let me tell you the tale of the wicked beast that will follow your trail through the valleys and vales on your tail day and night.
There'll be chaos on the rail when the railway strikes.
Stop, take stock, try to gauge the situation.
Your train has been derailed, there's no use waiting in the station. Every engine's been dismantled, there's no other service coming. Charles is leading by example, he's the only train that's running.
You're in all within a doozy of a mess.
So all aboard the WTF Express.
Should you want to stay safe, then I wouldn't play games, or you'll learn another way of saying
runaway train. Every life has a line in the tunnel ahead, but you might just find that behind it instead of a heaven is an engine and the devil in red. And we're next on the menu with the flipping unfair shining. Your timetable says it's almost time for tea, Charlie. And we've laid on quite a spread as you can see. A train coming after you. Through the chains, gonna be
You won't catch that train if it's gonna catch you. Certain worse than what they say to mind the gap for. The train's not just cancelled, it's damn welded platforms. It is scampered off the tracks to find a snack, come off your back lawn. Double jack doors if you can, and then your dad up off the back porch. He's hungry and he's hunting down the islanders with a cider, then he's hiding bystanders. Quite queer what his dietary requirements are, but his pretty clear regardless, he's a dining car. Oh, Julia, I learned they'll never do. This engine 10% of rendered flesh out from the flue.
On this service, we'll be serving something rather more unnerving.
Shaggy, come blood as he choose you.
It's all true. Choo-choos consume fuel too. Humans are a whole new consumable and whole food. Gluten-free red.
And more allure than cold.
So who to choose to chew to this tube?
Every life has a light in the tunnel ahead, but you might just find it behind it instead. Of a heaven is an engine and the devil in red. And we're next on the menu with the flipping one said. Your timetable says it's almost time for tea, darling. And we've laid on quite a spread as you can see, Charlie. If we sate your lust for flesh on which to feed, Charlie, will you promise to reach them instead? There's a choo-choo train coming after you. Food chain's gonna be the skew. Won't catch that train if it's gonna catch you. Engine number 9 on the Avenue mining line. If your train comes off the track, better run, or you won't come back. Hey, guess who? This is deja vu. Like HS2, you'll be rail right through.
Penetrated in the vein of the mainline route.
When we come, well, then we're gonna run a train on you.
You might say we've got a locomotive to provide the train with a load of groceries, locally sourced from the local folk. Granny supposed to host although she's toast when the smoke clears.
Yeah, shoot the cop and the beast come to die. And it's Howard that leaves as he leaves on the line.
You'll see when he feasts in the deep of the night.
By the pieces of people debris left behind. Running off beat and be ridiculous. But whether your season ticket is greatly diminishing, but it'd be like we're feeding into his dreaming, cause they're a teen, and if we see insidious, we're just an easy villagers seeking to keep the Mercedes peace. We unleash him, committing the deed of killing us. Killing a priest, a vicar, a grocer, a plus when a flea is villainous. What did you mean? You probably see the feces, and when I keep on screaming, pop the bellows, you'll be drawn to your ass. Sally laughed a little matter on the glorious betrayal.
You can ruminate on whether there's a certain train near, or pray that there's a rumor make you sucker itself. But in case you didn't hear, then I'd better make clear. This train terminates here.
Every life has a light in the tunnel ahead, but you might just find it behind it instead. Of a heaven is an engine and the devil in red. And we're next on the menu with the floating one said. Your timetable says it's almost time for tea, darling. And we've laid on quite a spread as you can see, Charlie. If we sate your lust for flesh on which to feed, Charlie, will you promise to reach them instead? There's a choo-choo train coming after you. Food chain's gonna be the skew. Won't catch that train if it's gonna catch you.
Must have dozed off. Strange dream, though. Tea time. Right, be off then.
Poor guy. Don't get too sentimental. We've still got to serve breakfast for the morning service.
Thank you for watching, and to all of our Patreon passengers, playlist, subscribe, ring the manual change.
Well, like I said, that there was going to end us off. That was the Choo Choo Charles themed stream. I do hope you all enjoyed it. We got to know some history, some gameplay. It may not have been much, it's just me raging at a wooden chest. But we did get to see Charles in that gameplay a few times. Yeah. If you guys want another Choo Charles stream, put down in the comments, or if you're still here, let me know in the chat. Um, and yeah. And please subscribe to my friends, Plush Curb and Derailed Studios. Sad that he's not here right now. If there's no questions or stuff like that, I guess that was about it. Oh, we got something here. Alright. See you, Silverfan. Oh, would you look at that? Speak the devil's name and he appears. Hey, Plush. Yeah, I know. So yeah, like I said, go to Derailed Studios' channel to subscribe to him, and subscribe to Industrial Engine 06. Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't what? Oh. Oh, hey, welcome back to Real. I think. No, you're still muted. I never said you did. But yeah, subscribe to these two. I don't know what I would do without any of my friends around. And I guess once Plush gets here, we can do one last thing of one last Charles thing. If you all would be interested. Okay. So now we just wait on Plush. Hopefully he'll join soon. I guess let me try and find here one more Super Charles thing, I guess. I can't do the game again because, well, it's way too laggy, if you will. Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hello.
What happened?
Well, like I said, we did some history videos. We did a little bit of gameplay, not a whole lot. We saw Charles a few times.
You ended up killing him, right?
No, I'm not that far in yet.
Wow.
And yeah, we just watched some top 10 gaming on Charles.
Alright. What, did you hear that?
Yes. Just Time Boy 54. Weirdo.
Isn't he like 20 years old?
Something like that, I think.
You've been live for 2 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
Because it's fun.
Okay. Fair enough, I guess.
I mean, this isn't the longest I've done a stream.
You sure?
I've almost done a 3-hour stream once.
Damn. I'm just sad.
And then I was in one of Brandon's streams, and that lasted at least 7 hours. Yeah, it was on New Year's.
Oh. Okay. I'm a little bit sad because I have to go back to school. I don't like school.
Yeah, sadly, I have to go back tomorrow, too.
I don't want to interact with anybody.
You're interacting with us.
I met at school.
Oh.
I don't want to have friends at school. I just want to be in my own personal bubble.
So just tell them to fuck off or something.
Huh?
Just tell these people to fuck off then.
No, I'm not going to tell them to fuck off.
Well, if you want to be left alone, just saying.
How would I just ditch them?
I don't know about that.
I don't like human interaction.
To be honest, I don't either.
I don't like it. Where did Derailed go?
Oh, I don't know. He's been gone most of the stream.
Okay.
It's a Choo Charles plush. I really want it.
Huh?
I found a Choo Charles plush.
And
I really want it.
You should play Gary's mod. Like now. Or else I wasted $7.
I don't have it installed right now.
Oh, fair enough.
Like I said, I'll do it later.
I was joking. I didn't waste $7.
Alright, well, if there's really nothing else to do for Charles, then I might as well just end it.
End the stream.
Alright, yeah, like I said before, go subscribe to these two. They really deserve it. More than I do.
Sure about that? In my case.
Wait, what?
Sure.
Oh, plus I'm gonna kill you after.
What? What did I
do? I stopped the chat.
No.
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 He just
no,
says,
no. Wait, please have mercy.
Actually, I know what we can do.
What?
There is one more Charles video that I really want to watch. Okay, how do we do that? Charles song. Perfect. Okay, let's see here.
Stinky poo poo.
What?
Nothing.
I'll just play it back. Oh, where is it? It's here somewhere.
Put that thing back, cat. Put that thing back where it came from. Or so help me goodbye. Put that thing back where it came from. Or so help me. I just gotta cry. We got to celebrate our differences.
Yay! Oh, it's here somewhere. Where is it?
We'll watch Spingle Dingle Dongle after this.
Bingle, swingle, fingle, fungle.
Spingular, dingular, dildular. Spingus.
Found it!
Yeah.
I found the last video of Choo Charles we will watch.
I don't like Choo Charles.
Too bad.
He touched me.
Coming after you! I'm traveling around on the small train that I found. Listen to all of the sounds, things that are all around. The day's just begun.
What am I watching?
Helping as much as I can, assisting the common man.
I don't want it. I don't like this.
Too bad.
A mashed up train approach.
Actually, it's a locomotive.
Oh, the horror. Choo Charles just wants to end us all. Stop him in his tracks. Choo Charles just wants to end us all.
There's no rhyme.
I'm coming after you.
It doesn't have to rhyme.
It does. It's not.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
No,
do.
it don't.
Yes, it do.
It don't have to rhyme.
Yes, it do.
No, it don't.
Yes, it do.
No, it don't.
Yes, it do.
Why? Why does that have to rhyme?
Because it want to be real music.
Is that really your reasoning?
Yes. Yes.
Because it's not real music.
It's not real music. No. I can do better.
goodness,
I can
child.
I can record better. I can record like this in a refrigerator.
Oh God, what did Josh just send me?
Send me it.
He sent me a cursed Alistair cat from Husband Hotel.
Oh yeah, the Alistair cat. You know, mentally, that's my cat.
Anyway, back to the song.
To end us all.
No, please, help.
Following the same tracks, this train speed to the max. No time to relax. He's hoping he don't attack. Such a white bloody smile. He's clearly hostile. But my ride ain't versatile. Come on, just one more mile. You know who I am.
I'll make
myself known to you.
That's it.
Oh, the horror. Choo Charles just
I
wants
hate
to
how
end us
Aubrey has that.
Okay, now you spell
Stop
it
him
right.
in his tracks.
What?
Okay, I said now you spell it right.
What do you mean?
He spelled all right.
Okay.
Choo Choo Charles just wants to end us all.
No.
Coming after you to end us all. Coming after you. Okay, first my day started off really great, taking my time riding my small train, helping any person I came across a sympathy. I was just trying to be nice, being a member of the community. Then time passed by, felt like I was being watched, thought I was crazy. Then that changed, kept hearing the creepiest sounds, always looking above my shoulder, was still on my trail. I've truly gone mad, keep seeing things at the corner of my eye. Anxiety is high, out of nowhere the floor starts shaking too much. Every breathing whistles through the air around me, so perplexed that I can't react. As long spider legs, a wide grin and smile on the body of a train. Hurry up and run away full speed. Choo Choo Charles just wants to end us all. Stop him in his tracks. Choo Choo Charles just wants to end us all. Coming after you to end us all. Coming after you. But we'll fight. Oh, the horror. Choo Choo Charles just wants to end us all. Stop him in his tracks. Choo Choo Charles just wants to end us all. Coming after you to end us all. Coming after you. Coming after you.
There you go.
What?
There you go.
Yay, it's over. Finally. Oh, God.
Oh, wait, what's this?
No! 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 No!
Let's start this. I head up to my little yellow train, bright and early to help the people around me.
Hey, at least this one's better than the last one.
No, it's not. It's even worse. I don't want to listen to this. Please, please, no. Please.
Dude, you know how long this dude works to sing this?
I gotta go now.
Well, at least you enjoyed some good music.
No, it was not good.
Yes, it was.
Good night.
He accepts you for what you did.
Fine. Okay, good night.
Night, goodbye.
Oh, and the day and the beat up. Oh, just one more thing now. Some weird things have been happening around here. Sightings of a weird creature. It must be a hoax. Oh, something like that can't exist. Oh, underneath the ground is shaking.
All right, yeah, real funny.
Getting even louder. Listen to the whistles through the air. Don't feel safe and scared. It makes some fearful. It's me, my imagination. There is no way it is real. Need to rest when I'm done with this. Maybe I will stop seeing it. Fear, it's right behind me, chasing.
I love this part.
Chasing. Fear, it won't ever stop. Always after me, chasing. Chasing. Fear, the thumping's louder, it's just right here. I can't say it won't stop, it came from fear. It's right behind me, chasing, chasing. Almost forgot, keep following the trail and never stop. Its eyes locked into me, wishing it could end me here. Oh, that won't ever happen. Oh, keep upgrading my small train, make it stronger to handle it, make it able to fight down. Need to save myself, take it out, no other way, it won't stop, it keeps following. The whistles, the thumping, I can hear it more than ever, it fills me with fear. It's right behind me, chasing, chasing. Fear, it won't ever stop, always have to be chasing, chasing. Fear, the thumping's louder, it's just right here. I can't say it won't stop, it came from fear.
too
end.
bad
I
for
am
this.
ready and waiting for it. Weapon in hand, alerted, I'll stop it now. Oh, I see it coming. Oh, there's no other way, it won't stop. It keeps following, no whistles, the thumping. I can't hear it more than ever. It fills me with fear. It's right behind me, chasing.
No, I'm gonna end a while ago.
Chasing. Fear, it won't ever stop. Always have to be chasing. Chasing. Fear, the thumping's louder, it's just right here. I can't, it's here, won't stop. It came from fear. It's right behind me, chasing.
I'm just gonna finish it here. There we go. So there is really a lot of these songs. Whatever it takes. And begging, whatever it takes.
The morning comes out once again, traveling around in my small train, helping everyone on my path.
Damn, these are good.
Traversing these tracks for hours, there's so many places to visit. Life really can't get better than this. I feel like someone's watching, yeah, I can hear something. My life's in danger. I will not lose, I'll survive. It is Choo Choo Charles. Choo Choo Charles. Choo Choo Charles. Won't ever stop following you. Big scary haunted choo choo, creeping and crawling everywhere. Never taking his eyes off prey. With his long legs, you better pray. He will get you before you run away. I'm running for my life. I've never felt so scared. Do everything to escape. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have to survive today. It is Choo Choo Charles. 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 It is Choo Choo Charles.
You respect my subscribe.
Choo Choo Charles. Choo Choo Charles. It is Choo Choo. Yeah. Yeah. Choo Choo Charles. 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 Choo Choo Charles.
Nice. I think this is the last one. I don't know. Might be.
Just run away from me, baby, 'cause I'm chasing.
Is there more?
I'm chasing,
No, I don't think so.
chasing you. So just run away from me, baby. I'm chasing, chasing you. So just run away from me, baby. Right train through the tracks, helping whoever I can. Later I can rest. Everyone knows my yellow train. Go to sleep so in the morning I can start again. So anytime you see me, come to me. So anytime you hear me say a thing, anytime I see you, I'll chase you. But you're so terrified, come to me. Right behind you and I'm chasing, 'cause I don't want to miss you. Yeah, yeah, choo. I'm chasing you. So just run away from me, baby. I'm chasing you. So just run away from me, baby. I feel it staring at me. I know it's there, but I can't see. Its presence keeps me wide awake. There is absolutely no way I can rest. I can feel it, the ground shaking. The thumping sound is getting louder and louder. I know it's right, they're behind me, with his wide eyes locked on me and a bloody smile. Where is he? Is he now gone? I don't think so, I still hear him. This is a nightmare, need to wake up. Don't want to be chased for the rest of my life. Can't live in this terror fear. Need to find some weapons, get to live more time. Might be scared, but I have to do this. Time for the prey to become predator. Need to have patience, it will come for me. Hear that sound, feel the shaking ground. Keep alerted, time for you to be the alerted one now that I'm chasing. Yeah, I'm chasing you. So just run away from me,
This is the thing whenever I do
baby.
I always hit the
Chasing you. So just run away from me, darling. Against this monster on my own, I have to make it out alone. Grab my weapon and shoot it back. In my little train, I'll win this fight. I'm chasing you. So just run away from me, baby. I'm chasing you. So just run away from me, darling. I'm chasing you. So just run away from me, baby. I'm chasing you. So just run away from me, baby. I'm chasing you. So just run away from me, baby. I'm chasing you. So just run away from me, baby.
Nice. I really do respect this person. Okay, I'll just. Nope, not doing it. But you know, that is really cool. Anyway, like I said previously, subscribe to my friends. If you want more of this, let me know in the comments. I am done for tonight. Or day or evening. I don't know what time it is for everyone out there, whoever does watch this. Anyway, have a good night, day, and evening, whenever you watch this. This is Silver, the Dockyard Engine, saying sleep well, have a good day, evening, night, you get the whole gist. Anyway, peace out, y'all. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, like I said, good night, day.